this is how you determine like the value of the hero, right? So the value of clock being core value, it goes up higher now because Pugna or Shaker, like one of these heroes are going to be a core, it's for sure, and he's very good versus both of them. And you want to give him this extra levels, and so he'll be doing a lot more damage in the fights and having a lot more control.
Yeah, very true. They don't even really have like a solid like force staff candidate at the moment for Beast Coast here. So if this Clockwork does become a core and starts going off mid game, it's going to be rough for them to deal with it. They're going to have to consider cores that can get out of that kind of trouble. So now they're thinking about themselves and defensively almost more so than what they can do against these potential next two picks of Quincy. It would suck to be on that kind of back against the wall in the draft position for Beast Coast to kind of step back. But okay, we're looking at Beastmaster.
So Lesh mid, Beast is playing the 3.
Okay, and they're just gonna commit for the 4 o'clock. All right.
This is a really fast tempo lineup before Pugna honestly gets online with the nerfs that he had as well. They'll be able to secure like all these early game towers. A lot of setup for the Slash too, with the Wyvern and Clock and Beast.
Could they just get Lycan here and just try to really go crazy on Quincy?
To go Lycan?
Yeah, they could get Lycan, right? And just go like super push if they're looking for a Yawar pick.
Yeah, it's definitely really good versus Pugna. He doesn't like. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good versus Slark too because you're just gonna be running at towers. He has a lot of freedom. They don't have entirely that much control.
It's either that or like if we're going off typical Yawar flavors, I guess Ursa if they're trying to be fight heavy, but I don't know how Ursa is against Slark.
He has no real purpose for this game because like they have a lot of evasive heroes. Slark going like being able to jump out, use his ulti, Dark Willow, Pugna to kite. But it can be good because of objective-wise. You can take Roshan and control the game. Let's see what else they have. Dusa, maybe a Dusa game.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else that's either like. I guess Medusa's nice. You got that insurance policy, while the other 4 here are very fast tempoed. Or if you just want to go all in on the fast tempo, I'd say DK, but I don't think you do safe lane DK at all, or
no, you don't want
safe lane Lesh and have the DK go mid or something like that.
Or like Morphling or something. You are a hero. There's a Shaker in the game too. It's against him, so he doesn't need to build Ags. Actually, you kind of want to build Ags still. Team pick. I mean, Noir doesn't like. I think he doesn't have a small hero pool, but he kind of chooses to play a small hero pool because he usually likes to play like these Ember Morph, Gyro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's played a lot over the metas, but then once he gets locked into a meta, it feels like usually a deck of cards like 3 or 4.
Spectre as well. Spectre's a good hero.
10 seconds. Oh, yeah.
Good for Slark and good for Shaker, and you need a hard carry.
Yeah, I'm sure even Pugna and Dark Willow don't care to have Spectre up in their face. Yeah, Pugna can deal with it, I'm sure, with a life drain, but still. Oh, okay.
Wow. Yeah, it's a good I think it's between Morph and Spectre that are the 2 best candidates. Because Morph with Ags is really good against Wind Ranger too, and he has multiple targets now.
Did they not ban? They did not ban that last ban, right?
My boy Moose, since he's Peruvian as well, and he's really close with Beast Coast. When they play, they call it like freestyle, like when they just do whatever they do whatever the hell they want to do, and they just call it freestyle kind of drafting.
All right.
So they ban. Sometimes they'll just ban whatever, and they'll pick whatever, and they just play whatever they're comfortable with. Especially when they're pushed against the fence, like a 1-1 game, or where they're down 1-0 in an elimination game. They'll just draft what they feel is going to be fun and what the best comfort heroes.
I don't know. I just imagine like Michael Scott and parkour. It's like, yeah, it's a parkour draft. Parkour. It's like, okay, yeah, cool. I hope it works out.
It does. Honestly, if you watch their games, it's like I thought it was a joke, but it was actually pretty true because it just didn't make sense, what they're doing.
It's a bit different. It's fast, I guess, when you're thinking about like that Lycan style, like let's just get some push heavy kind of core. And it is Yawar playing it. This is not within the typical hero pool that I see Yawar play personally. Maybe he's been throwing out in a couple pubs here and there, but all right, Nature's Prophet Yawar.
He actually played one game of it yesterday.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but that's the thing. People have been mentioning this Furion carry for a while, and the reason why it can be good, it's because he kills Blade Mail. Blade Mail being like super buff now, and you can TP into the fights. Wind Ranger doesn't want to use his ulti on him, and Pugna doesn't want to use his combo. Slark going on him. It's like this Blade Mail is actually really broken. That's what buffed this carry Furion, or just buff Furion in general a lot.
Yeah, they did a
Even
small
Willow,
nerf
right?
on
Willow
Blade
doesn't want to
Mail.
combo him either. It's a good Blade Mail game.
Yeah.
That.
The only thing they nerfed on that Blade Mail, though, was the intel, if I'm not mistaken. You know, it's still cheap because of the broadsword change on price, and it still has the extra damage it received. I think the only thing they changed about it was some of the intelligence.
I mean, if you balance it out, I'd rather have damage over int because only int heroes benefited out of the damage aspect of the Blade Mail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll generally take damage over intel any day.
Intelligence reduced from 10 to 8. Just 2 intel. That's no biggie.
The damage went up by like 6 or something, right? Or 4?
I think so.
It was pretty significant.
Yeah. And then it got cheaper too, so just feels pretty valuable at that point. But all right, here's our draft. Ready to go. Oh, SVG on the clockwork. I just noticed that now. That is a 5 clockwork.
Huh.
Wait, what was the other one then? Wait, so that means it's a
One's
4 Wyvern. That seems
they were trying something entirely different.
That seems very interesting, very different. I haven't seen either of those players play those respective
it's
heroes.
Like the benefit sometimes when you're playing like these group stage games and you know you're gonna make winner bracket no matter what, and these like meaningless games that you're able to try something different, and whether you win or lose, it's like you learn from it whether this is gonna be like great, like if this is gonna be valuable or not, or viable or not.
Yeah, I would imagine when teams try to get this experimental in just private scrims, you know, the other team might not be taking it as serious. Like, what are they doing? This is not the team I went up against. Why are they being experimental? Whereas in these games, it does matter a bit more. You know, it's broadcast live. It's still a lot at stake. So they're definitely going to be taking this one more seriously, and this is a better opportunity for Quincy to practice maybe some new ideas here.
They honestly looked at it because you know, he went boots first, and I think he saw the shaker being picked. It was kind of obvious that it's going to be a 4, and this Wyvern doesn't do anything to the shaker if he decides to cut waves, and the shaker is like unable to cut waves now because this clock is just going to be chasing him down. He's going to lose all of his HP from this battery assaults. That's like kind of what I assume what they're thinking. It makes sense what they want to do, and how they really want to win their lanes.
Yeah, it is Stinger on that Earthshaker. Probably just going to resort on blocking the wave the old-fashioned way and working from there. But you're right. I mean, what is he going to be able to offer in the lane itself as a babysitter when the clockwork can just run him down and do as he pleases in the lane? This is going to be an interesting one to unfold.
They definitely do. He does want to play for the lane rather than just cut, because he went Bassi, and I never understand why. Because Bassi got not Bassi. This clarity got buffed that when you use it so early, like you see how he's like wasting all this time right now, and he's already at full mana. He has a Bassi too, so it's kind of like a waste of a clarity here that he's doing.
He really wanted to juice up that mana pool, get that fissure off, and have the wave real far and forward. But look at this. Yawar making his own block attempt, maybe? Oh, pulled out the Treants here. I thought they were going to really try to block it down, but no, he's just shoving the Treants on forward. And they're going to try to take down the range creep. They got it. How about mid lane real fast? Quinn's Lesh versus Chris Luck Wind Ranger. This time, you know, Beast Coast had the luxury of scouting the matchup in the draft ahead of time and pulling out the Wind Ranger late.
Not miss first blood this time.
Yes, let's not.
Well, Chaos actually got a double wave onto the top lane already, so it's going to be a little rough for this Slark here.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Stinger able to swipe down SVG's courier, probably getting a little careless with the courier getting too close to the lane on the side with Stinger being in the wing.
He's trying to give all the solo XP to this Pugna, get him a fast 2 or fast 3 so he's actually able to pressure the lane. Because Stinger doesn't really want to leech too much XP. He just wants to throw every fissure every now and then, give him a little bit of regen from the Bassi aura.
Yeah, he could certainly benefit from getting a few extra early levels if possible, but they're going against 2 level 2s now. SVG went Battery Assault and Cogs, so has those tools available. We have Sprout and Cogs.
Chaos played this lane really well because usually when Shaker, looking top lane here, top lane.
I'm there. Biver with the salve to barely
he was one
survive
hit
out.
from dying.
Woo.
Can't miss first blood this game. Usually when you shake your double blocks, you're supposed to get double waved into you, but what Chaos did was like they auto attacked the wave down and they got their 2 before Beast Coast. And they understood like how this lane matchup works. Getting gone into the pug now.
Oh, battery salt mitigated there within the wave as they
Mid lane.
get closer. Oh, I was just there as Chris Luck takes to the high ground. Oh, sidesteps the power shot, gets the stun. The edict damage still continues. Chris Luck tries to get off the fairy fire, but Quinn chases it down and
I feel
gets
good
it
now.
done.
I didn't miss the first
Yeah,
one.
we're fine. We can miss everything here moving forward. Don't worry about it. Viewers, you're not seeing anything else, so sorry you have to deal with my camera work, but that's why I don't do it normally, as Biver is in a bit of trouble, is able to descend to the low ground, if you will, but Monster is peppering him with those shots from the outside. Now he's in a bit of pressure as MSS bullies him back.
Go Fields. That was unfortunate. Chris Luck was like, he barely missed that power shot. If he was able to hit it there, he would have got the first blood. But it's a little sidestep.
Could be ping. I'll throw the John out there for him, but
true.
rough stuff for him. Not able to quite get that shot. He takes it back to him. 9-1 to Quinn's 14-0 in that mid lane. It is Yawar though, who is the big breadwinner of the CS game so far. 15 to 12 denies. 12 denies. Ouch.
Pugna's not doing too bad either.
I know,
It's
they're both
13
level 3.
creeps. But this clock is almost level 3 actually.
That's with Yawar had been splitting XP in his lane mostly with SVG. SVG is about to get level 3. He's just walking Stinger to the mid lane. So not sure what the game plan is there. They see him rotating over.
It was both of them were trying to secure the rune for the Lash or the Wind Ranger there.
Fair enough.
So that's like usually you want to have your melee 4 position to secure it for your mid laner.
Was top a regen, and Quinn was able to bottle it up as top. Splinter Blast coming out from Biver here. MSS second high CS. He already had a really good Beastmaster game in game number 1. Looking to repeat that here. Second CS in the game. 22 with 7 denies to his name. He is 3 to almost level 4. Slark matching with him in XP. Bottom, Cogs out from SVG. Now has to eat the blast. Pugna's offensive potential is certainly not. It doesn't feel super great early on unless they like misplay and you get a couple of cute blasts off with somebody in your lane. But man, once that level 6 hits and you get that drain and that new reduced cooldown, it certainly feels like you can get a lot more work done.
Yeah, I mean, usually, like, you know, when you pick Slark and you're against, like, a melee offlaner, you're supposed to feel good about it, right?
Yeah.
Feel bottom.
I got it, don't worry.
This is one of those situations where it's like, Beastmaster heavily is in favored against the Slark because he's able to pressure and kick him out of lane entirely. Because this is how strong, I mean, just, I don't know, Slark can't really damage him because of the boars that slow his attack speed and top lane here, actually.
Yeah, the boar's still chasing Schofield here. Stinger rotated over, I guess hoping to get the approach onto Biver. They have now a 3-on-2. MSS deep within the woods. Stinger's trying to make an approach, gets the fissure out, but are they going to turn this into a 2-on-3 that is successful? In the meantime, SVG gets to take down a Whisper at the bottom lane. I don't even think Yawar was too involved in that one.
Oh, this is a really good, it's a very good Clockwork game here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous for how much impact he can have that bottom lane.
5 position clock, by the way.
He's
securing again.
looking like a
FCG,
4
6-minute rune.
right now. They secure that rune. Quinn's gonna grab it. It's an arcane at the
These
bottom.
These are the little details that really make that really help out a lot, and that changes the mid aspect of the game a lot in terms of how it's the top lane.
Yeah, MSS gets stunned up. Red Monster barely able to make it away, but Schofield snipes down in and able to get the pick off onto Biver. It will cost him his courier. MSS. Look who it is. It's SVG. The man of the hour, rotating all the way up to the top lane. Killing spree. This is like the best early game I've ever seen from SVG ever. This is awesome.
Yeah, but you see how like Quinn wouldn't have gotten this arcane rune, most likely not, and Chris Luck would have, and this mid tower wouldn't have died. This is what controls this is all because this Clockwork was able to secure the rune on bottom lane, and otherwise Quinn wouldn't have enough status to have mana or like regen to take this mid tower down.
So we see there SVG still able to get the chase on. Stinger snipes the mid lane courier, but SVG rolls through and finishes him off. Does he have rocket?
so
Did he just
fast.
shoot the
Radiant's
rocket?
bottom
I was gonna
tower
say he
is
could
under
snipe
attack.
Red Monster mid lane, but it looks like he already attempted it.
Clock is 0 CS and he's like top net where his Tranquil's
4-0.
1. Oh my gosh,
Dyer's
4-0.
top tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
he's doing fantastic. A little bit of breathing room for Whisper in the bottom lane allows him to get some damage on the tower, but you could say the same for the top lane. More valuable tier 1 for the Radiant, so they shift Yuar up there and begin to go to work. I go back bottom though because guess who's back in action? SVG has rotated there.
Under attack.
Fiverr able to snipe up that kill. Probably for the better. You don't want this little clockwork position 5 clockwork to get too many kills, right? I know they nerfed the gold swing, but that is still a little bit of golden XP that they could hand over.
That's fun. He knows he can snowball all he wants and you kill him. It's like, that's alright, guys. I'm not worth that much.
Not as much as it used to be, that's for sure. Now
Yeah.
that they've also taken away the XP, which many thought was more important than the gold. Another rune for Quinn. That's like 3 straight runes. Grabs up the
Beast is level
illusion.
6. Beast is almost
Oh
level 6
man,
now as well.
SVG grabs up Stinger, who barely muscles out from the cogs. SVG trying to even get the last hit with that rocket, but Quinn able to take up that last hit. Oh, careful with that precious bounty, SVG.
Dang, if he glyphed there, it would have hit him earlier and he would have died. Nice free kill.
And they'll take their
So-
business up top.
First Luck is going to hit his timing right now with this Javelin. It's a lot of damage. He's probably going to try to do something with it. This next Focus Fire.
Oh, they're going for Schofield top lane. Muscling through the trees on the back of the Wrath of Nature. It's Quinn who gets the last hit. He's now on a killing spree. 9-1. Already in this, a 5k net worth advantage at just about 9 minutes in. Just full-on assault
Dyer's
coming
top
out from
tower
Quincy.
is
They're
under
just bulldozing
Dyer's
down the top
structures
lane
are
right now.
fortified.
It's interesting why they ended up picking Slark into Lesh, because it just made Lesh a much more valuable of a core.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Kind of counterpicked yourself.
Dire
Bottom
will
lane here.
fall.
Yeah, it looks like Biver was the one lone defender holding out that bottom lane.
Oh,
But
lost range.
he's able to fly up and over the fissure and away from trouble, and he's going to be fine. And they're going to lose their tier 2 top.
He's in tier 1 bottom in exchange.
Could also have trouble mid lane.
Dyer's top
Schofield
tower is under attack.
shows himself, and Quinn's going to be coming around the corner potentially. Oh, SVG from behind just traps up Chris Luck. Oh no, SVG, you're 4-0.
Radiant's bottom
No, hands over the gold. It is a little cheaper, 323, and the XP I imagine reduced quite a bit. As that comes to a close, you are able to get at least some redemption there, finishing off Schofield.
Earth's bounty.
Slark does die again though. He just died back to back
Radiant's
there.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah,
Doesn't-
that's
he
a bit of a
He
downside.
doesn't really feel too good about this.
Double desolation.
And Sleshruck is closing up on his Yule soon as well. I think Quinn's gotten every single rune this game so far from 4 minutes.
Yeah, quite ridiculous. The Goat Man now with the DD.
Dyer's middle tower
And
is
they're going to
under
get their
attack.
second tier 2.
I thought you called him a goat, but like,
Dyer's
The
middle
goat,
tower
Quinn!
has fallen.
man.
He's he's definitely looking like
I
I said
York
before,
had
he's looking really good in this event already.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Quinn is, I think, undoubtedly the best mid laner of this whole North America.
I wanted to say that, but I don't really have a say. I'm not a mid lane player or a good player at that, but that is just from observation. What we're seeing here is Yuar closes out another big Nature's Wrath, but okay, Stinger steps in with his first Echo Slam. Some mild damage onto Yuar, not enough to go for the finish. MSS steps on in, gets the roar onto the Pugna, and they clean him out. Yuar scores the double. A follow-up onto Chris Luck. Successful pick there from Biver, and they wipe out 3 inside their own base.
Just need 19 more kills on Chaos here. Quincy Crew, sorry. 3-2-2.
They didn't get the 3-2. Was that last series, the 3-2-2? Or last
2
game?
series ago with the Beast.
That was 2 series ago? Yeah, this day
not
is
2 well, one
Radiant's
series,
bottom
right?
tower is
one
under
series
attack.
ago,
This-
2
oh,
games
sorry.
ago.
Yeah, 2 games ago. There it is.
Yeah, feeling like a fast day. Not a great thing if you're a Dota fan and want to see a lot of Dota action, but it's been Some commanding performances coming out. And we have to see with Beast Coast and their backs against the wall what they can do to pull this one out. Monster chasing down Biver. Biver with the sun on one end, but I'm now watching the other where Stinger is going to get apprehended between Yawar and SVG. They could just trade off Cogs and Sprout if they want. Desperation Fissure and a Decrepify, but they're still going to be able to chase him down. MSS finishes off Schofield on the left side. Maybe getting Yawar though. Boom. Another kill streak going to be pocketed up, this one by Whisper. But more casualties to come here as it looks like Red Monster gets trapped in within the Cogs.
That was a big kill on the Nature's Prophet there, but then again, Schofield does die again.
Yep. Yeah, Pugna gets this, but you know, Pugna is like struggling to even get himself into these fights, able to snipe a little bit of damage there with that life drain, finishing off Yawar, but like you mentioned, losing the Slark every time, definitely going to be costing a bit.
SVG misses Cogs there, so they had to chase and overextend a little bit too far, which put Nature's Prophet out of position there. It is on bottom. Schofield once again.
Conga line chasing down Schofield. Everybody get that man. This is very OGS, the way they're just running to the lane and chasing him down.
This is why Leshrac is good against Slark, because he uses his Shadow Dance, and Leshrac is able to burst him through Nova, and if he wants to run his Edict as well, he just takes so much damage, and you can't have any regen.
And they're back at mid lane. Yawar able to rotate over. They get the Sprout set up on the Stinger and finish him off. They're going for it. Only 5 more kills to go if we want to get back into Memeville the second time today. I don't know if that's happened too much in Dota history.
Yeah, but the opposite doesn't look that great. It's going to be 2-2-3, right? Rather than 32.
Yeah, it's not as cool. Not as fluid, but the meme's still there.
It's still there, yeah.
Man, I'm loving this, you know, Clockwork, Nature's Prophet duo just are...
This is global. Very, very global, right?
Just moving all over the place. Quinn at mid. Yules into stun, into splinter shot, bank shot. Whoa, it's looking rough. This is a big oof right now. I don't know what to say.
Schofield again, he just
revives.
He's trying to run to farm.
Somebody else dare runs outside the base alive. Get him.
They're
just choking them out completely. They're not giving them any room to breathe. The moment someone shows on the map, Furion's there, Clockwork TPs, and the moment, you know, anyone just walks out of their base, they're just dead. They just need to find a way to smoke and, like, pick them off somehow.
Yeah. Okay. Cute little grab on the beam. Not gonna get it. I know, yeah, it feels like that. It feels like a hollow high ground defense if possible, using your Echo Slam that has no blink. It's certainly going to require a hell of a Grand Slam for Beast Coast to stay afloat in this one.
Beast Coast is definitely going to run out of damage once Mojo finishes off his pipe here. They're going to look into Roshan because Deso is finished now on Yawar, and a lucky DD. So this Rosh will pretty much secure and end the game for them. And yeah, Mojo will finish off his pipe as well in 250 gold.
We're going to have to hope for some crazy stuff from Beast Coast here if they want to have the comeback. Quickly moving out, trying to get some wards down. SVG's already found a cute little side target for him. He just might solo Whisper here. Gets bailed out by the Fissure.
He's about to two-shot him.
Oh, he's still going for him, but the life drain now, SVG. Overplays his hand a little. But Whisper is now surrounded and far from home. Oh, Biver gets hit up from Chris like Biver with the salty buyback. He can't go down like that. He TPs to the outpost to get back into action as Yawar tries to pick up where they left off. Beast goes getting away with this one.
Yeah, this is just like, get me out of this game.
Oh my goodness. MSS just solo roars and kills off Dark Willow. Yawar gets to finish on the Stinger. Oh, the Dark Willow lived. Wait, who did MSS kill? I guess he can kill anybody.
He almost died.
I thought MSS straight just slammed her down, but I guess not. That's a roar used. But I don't know if it happened. Did we even get the meme, or was it a 420 experience? Either way, we may have just missed out, unfortunately, because of...
On the bright side of it, Stark was able to farm quite a decent amount of creep waves there in top lane, finally, after dying like 4 times consecutively, running out of base.
Yeah, his mid lane in a bit of trouble. maybe we'll consider sacking the racks here in the meantime if it means scoring a little bit of extra time to farm up. But Quincy crew are knocking at the door here.
We lost it, I think, on Furon. I love Yoar's item build though.
Blade Mail Deso.
Going mom next.
He's just all business here. He's trying to get out of this game as fast as possible. As they clear out Red Monster after just finishing off Chris Luck, it's now time to put their attention onto the Raxes. What can Beast Coast do? Maybe another fight or two in them before the Tau could be thrown. All desperation mode, it feels. But
Sark's just trying to. He really wants to finish the defusal, but
careful.
he needs like at least 2 items to actually do something still, like a BKB. Oh. Spheron's just pushing out a lot of damage though. It's like almost 300 damage per hit.
Yeah, definitely no joke. And now they are already moving on to their second set of Raxes here. Oh, nice little snipe there. Stinger takes down SVG. And is this it? Beast Coast, can they hold the line? Lots of damage onto Yawar with that blade mail pop. Schofield to the low ground, gets Yulesed up and stunned up. And burnt a bit from the Edict. Quinn just muscling him back as Yawar gets the finish onto Stinger. Scores the double onto Chris. All right, Quinn loses his 6 times kill streak. Whisper takes that, and he's going for more. Oh, he gets cursed up. The drain going to get canceled out. Schofield now in a bit of trouble. Leaps out below, tries to dodge out MSS's axes. Okay, Stinger walks in. Echo hits a couple people, but doesn't do a whole lot.
Big Echo to no prevail.
Throws down the pillow real hard. And, okay, there goes Pugna. Pugna buyback. Using that money he just picked up, taking out Quinn.
A lot of buybacks. East Coast is desperate here.
They are.
Furion.
They got to get that kill before they GG. The classic. Win the team fight, then throw the towel. But they only have 2 left. They only have 1 left. Chris Luck, you got a buyback. Are you going to use it? Oh, you're the only one with buyback and the only one who could do so. A celebratory smoke. What was that? From Quincy as they jet to the other lane. They're going to go for full megas.
Or I can just speed and buyback.
And they're just going to go straight for the jugular. This looks like it could be it. A fast day for us today with 2 swift, 2 zeros. And we're going to be seeing a battle of the 6 zeros tomorrow.
This is where they don't GG here. They just let it go.
Yep.
The classic Beast Coast.
It's rough. It's hard to watch. And I know we're not seeing Beast Coast in their full and final form given the situation and their internet. It's extremely tough for them to play at the level I'm sure they would like to be at, let alone their fans would like to be at. But you know, they came out and they played, and we appreciate them at least fulfilling and playing out the tournament. They still have 1 match tomorrow. They'll go against Furia for Battle of the 7th place, Battle of the little more money right there. But Quincy crew take the win, and they are now 6-0, and will be going against Crazy tomorrow, first thing. But, you know, to break down this series, this particular game, Quincy crew kind of put on a clinic a bit. SVG, oh, I can't look at the post game. I'm like, SVG did not play Grimstroke. It showed me the previous game. But
Yeah, Dota's down right now.
Dota down. We had many patches throughout the day and quick hot fixes for the patch they released earlier. We did manage to at least get through our games, so that's good. But I really enjoyed the SVG clockwork. They just set themselves up with fantastic lanes and did the quick switch hitter, if you will, at the end, and we just got to see it really do a lot of work. Awesome stuff.
SVG definitely the MVP in that game, at least. Not sure about the series was a little different, but yeah, this game he was definitely MVP. Really controlled the tempo of this game, secured bottom, secured his runes, helped mid out. He just killed every lane. Anything that he saw, he was just there. He was a beast. That's all I got to say about that guy.
Yeah, he definitely nailed it. It's a fantastic showing by him, and good stuff from Quincy. Now, what are your early impressions for the matchup tomorrow with Quincy against Crazy? Both of them looking really good.
Actually, they're both undefeated, right?
Yeah, they're both undefeated.
I think it's gonna favor Quincy Crew a little bit more. But I think it can be really close, 2-1, if anything. But because Crazy has been looking pretty hot lately, they've been pulling out some crazy moves and been performing pretty up, like kind of surprising, honestly. Like 2-0ing EG and then also beating the Business Associates. I think it was a 2-0 as well. It
Yep.
was a 2-1 actually against Business. But overall, I think they've been having an outstanding performance in this tournament. So tomorrow's game is actually it's pretty good between the top two NA favorites. Well,
Really excited. It's going to be an awesome one, and the winner of that gets that top seed for the playoffs, and we know how important that is. Top seed gets to choose who they want to go against, so they could decide if they want to play against Evil Geniuses or Business Associates in that first round.
So whoever wins will choose Business. Got it.
Yeah, that seems to be what it is. Evil Geniuses, though, they are playing with a couple of stand-ins. They don't have Abed. They don't have Ramses. They are still a threat for sure, and likely something you don't want to get matched up against in the first round. Thunder Predator and Cloud9 are still going to be joining us into the playoffs. How about Cloud9? Undefeated since they got that win against Evil Geniuses. This might be a secret team to look out for, Jimmy, all right? Cloud9 is coasting their way through this.
It's the confidence booster. All you really need, it's like, hey, like we won. How did we win? Let's watch the game, and it's like, hey, we should do this more often, and it's just it could be a snowball effect here.
I'd hope so for sure, because it was. I think everybody had that inkling that day. It's like, if Cloud9 were to get a win, it's going to be on this day against Evil Geniuses, and then it just kind of mean like, well, they can't lose here moving out, and so far that's been the case. We'll see if they can kind of keep that streak alive. Thunder Predator is also going to be in that lower bracket. Seems that they'll be the only South American team to join us in the playoffs. But like I said before, Beast Coast and Furia, they'll have a final showing tomorrow as they battle it out for that 7th place position. But that will conclude our action for today. It was a fast day. It was a cute little day, but a fun little warm-up for me to kind of get back into the groove of things, as I will be here the next 3 days, I believe, as we kind of keep BTS Pro Series going forward. It's been a lot of fun. But this is the end of the road for today, DeMoN. It was a pleasure having you and a lot of fun. Do you have any final words for today before we let you go?
Not so much. As always, Dakota, it's a pleasure casting with you, and thanks for having me on.
Yep.
It was,
I think we'll have you back one more time, right? I think I have you scheduled in for a playoff match later, so I look forward to that. Everybody in the chat, please send some love. Put some hearts in the chat for Mr. Jimmy Dita. Is it Dota Demon? Demon Dota. Dota Demon.
Dota Demon.
I always get it mixed up backwards between the two. So
everyone else does the other way around. I'm the only one that has Dota first, I think.
That's right. Yeah, everybody always has the Dota as the kicker to their name. But this man's a rebel. Go check him out, Dota Demon on the Twitter. And thanks again, man.
Thanks, Dakota.
Have a good one. All right. We say bye to Demon, and thanks again to him. And I will be saying goodbye to all of you. So thank you so much again for stopping by for what was a fast day of more Beyond the Summit Pro Series action. Thanks again to Monster for keeping me energized today, so I can always try to cast at my absolute peak where possible, even when the games seem a little gloomy. And thanks for all of you for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, 1 p.m. PDT, for more Beyond the Summit Pro Series action. Bye now.